Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it's greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this in one go, therefore I apologise if I stumble over my words going forwards, and indeed if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well. If there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it can't be helped, and hopefully it's not too much of an issue for you. Today is yet another Eurovision related video here on my channel, and it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for another instalment in the Eurovision 2021 What We Know So Far series, if you want to call it a series, that I've got going on here on my channel. If anything, there's been more news regarding Junior Eurovision 2020, and I'll be talking about that very shortly. But first, the ESC for next year, 2021. There hasn't really been much news in the world of Eurovision, but I'm just going to go through pretty much what I've discussed in the past, and if there's anything new that has happened, I'm sure I will briefly mention it here. So, Eurovision next year, all being well, will take place as it was supposed to take place this year in Rotterdam, in the Netherlands, on the 18th, 20th, and Saturday the 22nd of May. What we know is that the stage design is going to stay the same, and I'm pretty sure that the design, the logo design, will stay the same. There's a little bit of new news. I'm sure some of you will have seen this. There was an image on Instagram just a few days ago at the time I'm recording this video. Right now it's the 8th of September. But a few days ago, a picture surfaced on Instagram and then on Twitter of somebody working for the design team involved with the ESC for 2021. And on this table, you could just make out what looked like a new logo design. It appeared to be a cross between a flower and a swan. And I saw it and I thought it looked pretty nice. We had some blue shades and what looked like an orange colour as well. Now, I would be genuinely amazed if next year orange is not a colour scheme that is widely used for the contest, because when I think of the Netherlands, I think of the colour orange, as a lot of people do. The football team, I think it stems from royalty way back. But anyway, I'd be amazed if we don't get a lot of orange next year. It was quickly determined, and I believe Sietze, who's one of the executive producers of next year's show, he himself said on Twitter that that logo, or whatever it is not going to be the new logo for Eurovision in the Netherlands next year. So I imagine they're going to stick with the original idea. Anyway, the following countries will be involved in next year's show. Armenia will be there, and I believe that is a very recent addition to this list. Australia will have Montaigne, who I believe is working on new material. Vincent Bueno for Austria, Effendi for Azerbaijan, Hooverphonic for Belgium. Fairly recently, Hooverphonic said that they are working on their potential ESC 2021 entry, and it might have a very different sound. It might surprise a few people. Hooverphonic do have quite an eclectic sound anyway, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with. Victoria is working on her ESC 2021 entry for Bulgaria, and she was at a songwriting camp recently along with a few other notable names. Croatia's national final will be in February of next year. Cyprus will announce their artist in November. Czech Republic have Benny Christo. Denmark's Melodi Grand Prix will probably be next February as well. Estonia's Aestilal will be on the 6th of March. Finland's UMK will be on the 20th of February next year. Georgia have Tornike Kipiani. Greece will stick with Stefania or Stefania. Ireland, no details yet. I'm amazed they just haven't stuck with Leslie Roy. I think she wants to do it though. Israel will go with Aidan Elena, and the song will be chosen in February. Latvia have Samantha Tina again. Lithuania's national final will take place next year, I'm sure. Will the Roop be involved? I would say likely, yes. Malta have Destiny. Moldova have Natalia Gordienko. Norway are planning to have another lengthy Melodi Grand Prix. Ulrika will not be representing Norway in 2021, but she will be involved in the show in some capacity. Romania have Roxanne, really excited to see what she's going to have. Senate for San Marino. Serbia, I'm surprised they haven't internally chosen Hurricane. That seems like a wise choice to me. It will be Anna Soklic for Slovenia. Sweden will stick with Melfest. John's Tears for Switzerland. Goe for Ukraine. Jean-Gu McCroy for the Netherlands. And Blas Canto for Spain. We also know that France and Germany will be involved. I believe France are going to have a national final. Not Destination Eurovision, but something similar. Germany, meanwhile, I think it's incredibly disappointing that they are going to go with somebody different, because Ben Dolic was really promising and he had a very good song that would surely have finished in the top 15, potentially the top 10, maybe even higher than that, had this year's Eurovision gone ahead. There's a few other countries I haven't mentioned, and if I haven't mentioned them, that's because there's not really any news to talk about. So that is not JESC, I'm talking about that in a second. That is the ESC for 2021. Turkey, I doubt they'll be back. Slovakia won't be. Morocco, I doubt it very much. Monaco won't be. Luxembourg's broadcaster says we don't want to participate because we have no focus on entertainment and music shows, plus it's too much money. But I thought Luxembourg had a lot of money, so I don't know. Andorra, probably 2022, because Susan Georgi, who represented Andorra in 2009, the last person to represent the tiny country between France and Spain, she met the Andorran Prime Minister, and apparently they had a nice chat and said, yes, Andorra will return, probably in 2022. Fantastic. As for Kazakhstan and a whole bunch of other countries, we really just don't know. Now, Junior Eurovision, ladies and gentlemen, Junior Eurovision. Now, it's set to take place on the 29th of November, so over 2 months from now. It's going to take place in Warsaw, and it's going to be remarkably different from last year's show in Poland, but also any Eurovision-related event that we've ever had. 13 nations are set to participate, and I believe that list was confirmed by the Junior Eurovision team and the EBU earlier today, at the time of recording this video. Germany will debut, but there's no Albania, Australia, Ireland, Italy, North Macedonia, Portugal or Wales, and that is most likely because of the current pandemic and travelling between countries a little bit difficult. Certainly Australia not participating is not a shock. How this year's JESC is going to work, personally, I don't know about you. I think it's going to be really quite disappointing, because the show is going to be broadcast from a studio in Warsaw, but every country's act is going to perform in a studio in their own country, and then that is going to be beamed live on the internet and on TV in various countries. You're not going to have any sort of atmosphere necessarily, and if anything, it's not going to feel like Junior Eurovision, which is, or certainly was, getting bigger and bigger every year. It really felt that way to me. This year it's going to be a more stripped back affair. Now, we know that Germany will be represented by Susan with Stronger With You. I have listened to most of this song, but not all of it. I think it's relatively underwhelming. I'll be honest with you, I was hoping for much better. There was another song in contention for Germany. I think that would have been a better choice. But there we are. Ukraine have Vidkrive by Alexander Balabanov. And Vidkrive means open. Now, I have listened to snippets of all of the songs that were in contention for Ukraine, and it was quite a few. And I'm just taking a look at the list here. I cannot remember which ones stood out the most to me, but I'll be honest and say that I think this was a bit of a disappointing choice. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comments. But yeah, Ukraine, I can't see them doing terribly well with this song, but there we are. Armenia will participate, Belarus, France, who will pick their entry this month, Georgia, Kazakhstan, 26th of September for them, Malta also this month. Netherlands 26th of September. I've heard the songs, they're out there, and it's the girl group. I can't remember the name of them, but the girl group, probably the strongest one there. Poland's act on the 27th of September along with the song. Russia this month. We also have Serbia and Spain. Portugal were set to participate, but apparently the broadcaster said only if the contest goes ahead, and it is. But maybe they've changed their mind. I don't know. They're not on this list of 13. Who do I think is going to win? I'll tell you right now who I think is going to win. I don't even need to hear all the songs. Poland are probably going to win for a third year in a row. And I know this is maybe a bit controversial to say, but if you can keep voting for your own country, Poland are probably going to win more often than not, let's be honest. Because so many people in Poland watch Junior Eurovision, which is great, but it puts other countries at a major disadvantage. You haven't got as many people watching, say, in Malta, and therefore you haven't got as many people from Malta voting for Malta, if you see what I mean. Whereas everybody who's watching the show in Poland, which is, I think, several million, if they all vote for Poland, that's a lot of points. And then if the Polish song happens to be quite good and lots of other people enjoy it as well, all those other points added on, you see where I'm going with this. I think it's an incredibly unfair voting system, and I've thought that ever since it was introduced. And unless it changes, I think we're going to see more of the same. If Poland have a great song, and it's a song that deserves to win, and it wins, great. Otherwise, I think we're going to get some more skewed results. Let me know your thoughts on this. I mean, I could make a whole video about it. I don't think it would be terribly interesting. I am hoping that a country that has never won before wins. So France haven't won yet. Germany won't win with that song, in my opinion. Kazakhstan, who knows? Serbia haven't won Junior Eurovision before. So, yeah, maybe a Serbian win would be quite nice. I was hoping that Macedonia would be participating because they've never hosted, never won, and it would be nice if it was Skopje at some point to host a Eurovision event. Anyway, I am starting to ramble now. Please do let me know your thoughts on anything ESC 2021 related or JESC 2020 related. Things are very strange at the moment because everything is still so up in the air. There's so much we're waiting to hear about, but this virus is still causing havoc. I am hoping that by the new year, things have calmed down to such a point where people can now start talking again about having a crowd in for a live event, concerts becoming a thing again, theatre productions becoming a thing again. We just have to wait and see. Let me know what you think. As always, links in the description to my other social media pages, and I'll be back at some point soon with another Eurovision related video. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I think I'd like to make a video talking about things we can expect from Eurovision 2021. So, things that Graham Norton, the British commentator, will no doubt say at some point, and something that the hosts will do, because the hosts always do this thing. If you've got any suggestions or things that you pick up on every year, let me know in the comments. Until next time, I am going now. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.